Shark! A rogue shark terrorizing a tourist town.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
While the book and blockbuster film are fiction, 100 years ago in New Jersey, there was the real thing, with eerie similarities to Jaws.
It happened before. The Jersey Beach.
1916, there were five
people chewed up in the surf.
In 1 week.
Tell them about the swimmers.
A series of deadly shark attacks, and it began right here in Beach Haven. Back then, sharks were a distant offshore curiosity. It was widely assumed they would never pose a threat to man. That all changed July 1st, 1916, when a 25-year-old accountant from Philadelphia, Charles Van Sant, went for a swim and was viciously attacked. Doctors said there was no doubt he'd been killed by a shark. 5 days later, some 45 miles north in Spring Lake, a bellhop swam out beyond the breakers. He, too, was killed.
Here you had a case where there were no attacks for 50 or 100 years, and here you had two men in their 20s who were viciously mauled by a shark right in the beach zone.
What happened next would turn fear to panic. 25 miles north, where the ocean waters meet Matawan Creek, a sea captain walking near a drawbridge saw a large shark heading upstream. In the next 45 minutes, the shark swam that mile, up to a swimming hole popular with boys from the town of Matawan, like 11-year-old Lester Stillwell. It was here where the shark found Stillwell in the deepest part of that swimming hole and took him under. The other boys ran into town for help. 24-year-old Stanley Fisher was one of those who answered the call. He and others dove in to attempt a rescue, and it was Fisher who finally emerged with the boy's body. But the shark wasn't done.
He had come up to a little bit of a shallow on the bank and was viciously struck on the right thigh by this marauding shark. It spun him around twice, took him under twice.
The boy was dead. Fisher died a few hours later.
They dammed up the creek, and so the creek is more narrow and more shallow than it would have been at that time.